Hi, welcome.
That was hype.
Was it hype? It's almost like you're at a convention.
Good song.
It felt like I was at a con, you guys. We're at a con right now. We're at a digital con.
Hi, everyone. This is GalaxyCon Live.
Oh,
and
right.
Producer Steve, can you put me and Super Casey at the bottom? And
Whoa.
the big.
Whoa!
We're moving.
People don't want to look at us.
Lindsay.
They want to see you guys.
Oh, wrong way.
Who was it the other day? We did virtual handshakes.
Oh, that's awesome.
This
But
one's in the middle.
We
You could be like,
have the big three from My Hero Academia.
Hey guys.
Hi.
Hi.
So Casey, you want to
I
introduce our
mean,
guest?
this is Ricco. He's playing Lemillion.
Yeah.
Aaron is playing Sun Eater. And Lindsay over here is playing, is it Nejire? Is that how you say it?
Nejire.
Is that right? Nejire
Nejire Hado.
There you go.
Casey, don't you watch all this stuff?
I do, but Japanese is hard.
What about the dub?
That's okay. It is hard.
Yep. So they're playing the big three right now. We're going to try to stay away from some spoilers because things have been really crazy with your guys' characters this season.
Yes.
Like,
Yeah.
Lots happened.
So what we kind of like to do is we like to jump in. We like to talk about your con experiences, how you guys got started going to cons. I'd love to hear about how you got started with the My Hero Academia family, since you guys came in a little bit, after everything was going. So why don't we start with you, Ricco, and talk about how you what was your first con experience and when did you get started going to cons?
Oh, holy smokes. It's been a long time. I think the first con I've ever been to, so I play a lot of video games, and I would go, I'm going to start with that and say that the first con I went to, convention, was BlizzCon. So Blizzard, you know what I mean? And played a lot of World of Warcraft and these kinds of games. We were just talking about that, meeting people online, because the irony is I haven't met you guys in person. This is the first time I'm meeting you digitally. So this feels very apropos for me.
Right. So I was telling these guys a minute ago, this is the first show that we've done where we actually haven't met the guests. Now, they're all coming to our Raleigh show at the end of July, early August, and we're going to meet in person there. Fingers crossed.
Yep.
That the world is a better place. But so this is new for us.
Yeah. Well, all that to say, my first convention as just to an anime convention, I went to A-Kon, not as a guest, but just as a patron. Man, that was wild. Just packed. I've been watching anime since I was a kid, but I've never been to an anime convention. It's the energy, and especially starting to go to more of them now. I'm getting used to it, but I gotta say, at first I was like, holy crap, there's so much awesome art and cool people to talk to and just really friendly, good vibes. Yeah.
Yeah. All right. What about you, Aaron?
Okay. First convention.
This is a deep reach for you, huh?
I was probably 14. And the first convention I went to was for fun, because I was about to go to I had just been booked for a convention called Arizona. I don't know if it exists anymore, but to prepare for that, I went to A-Kon, I think. And I just went for fun, and there were all these people in costumes that were really cool. And also there was a video game room. I wasn't allowed to have video games at home when I was a kid, and so that video game room was the promised / forbidden land for me.
I want to know.
I
want to know.
And I did learn.
And I learned.
Forbidden
I play so
treasure.
much League of Legends, let me tell you. Rolled you right under the bus.
Had a good time, and then I started going to them as sort of on a professional basis, and that was really fun. And what ended up striking me about that was that it was just this really cool, non-judgmental community where a whole lot of people from different fringe backgrounds could get together over their mutual love for fringe things. I don't know. I really liked that. And and I was watching the anime too. So yeah. As for Hero, I remember auditioning whenever the first season was about to come out, and I foolishly decided to try out for Bakugo first, and that did not go well. I did not have the raw aggression or the vocal strength for it, and after that, I felt like I was just off my groove, and so I was like, well, you're not going to be in this show. It's okay, it's fine. And then I don't know, 2-3 years later, I guess Colleen remembered the nervous energy I had. And she was like, hey, why don't you audition for this guy? And she let me audition for it from home, which was awesome. Because I got to take my time and not worry about what another person was thinking.
And be very demure and quiet, much like Tamaki.
Yeah. And like, yeah, I felt like initially I always feel slight nerves during auditions, but like with Tamaki, I could just lean into it. So yeah, I felt pretty good by the time I was submitting that one.
Awesome. Guess it's my turn, yes?
It's all you.
On me. So the first convention I went to, I believe, was back in, I want to say it was 2013, maybe 2014, but it was MCM London. And I was a guest there, not for anime stuff, actually, but for an on-camera project that I was a part of, a web series called The Morganville Vampires. And so that was a pretty crazy experience for my first con experience because it's such a big convention.
Was that at the Excel Center?
Yes, it was. Yeah. But yeah, it was so much fun. Lots of crazy energy. It was an amazing experience.
For people who don't know, MCM, the Excel Center, that building's gigantic. Like that's like saying your first show is like San Diego Comic-Con. There were probably 50,000, 60,000 people at that thing.
God.
Right.
Not more. So it's like a massive show in this giant building, which is like an hour outside of London. So it's far, but so many people go to that thing.
Yes.
So that's an intense first time.
Yeah. So it was very intense. It was overwhelming, but it was a lot of fun and everybody was lovely. Everyone was super nice. Everyone I got to meet there, and it was fun because we got to premiere the first 2 episodes of the web series there. So yeah, that was a lot of fun. And then my first experience going to a convention as a guest for anime stuff was, I think it was Anime Fest in Dallas in 2016, 2015, something like that.
The years, they blend.
They do. They blend. And then I kind of had like a gap there where I didn't go to any conventions for a while up until I got back into it in last year, 2019. Was really when I started like actually going to conventions more regularly. And it's been so fun. I love it. I love meeting everybody. Love seeing all the cosplayers, seeing the panels, being a part of panels. All of it's so much fun. And then, yes.
Were you a vampire in that vampire series?
No, I was the equivalent. I was a human. The vampires are the bad guys.
Were you like Buffy?
That's what I was thinking. You
vampires?
read my mind, Mike.
Yeah.
Were you the Buffy, the vampire
Yes, I was
slayer?
the Buffy.
So is this web series still online? Where can I find it?
It is. I believe it's on the Geek and Sundry YouTube channel.
Okay.
And to clarify, you do kill vampires.
I don't
Spoilers?
myself kill any vampires,
So
but I'm on the side against the vampires.
So maybe like an early Willow.
But I'm the
more than a
protagonist.
A Willow. A Willow.
Okay, sweet.
All right. So Ricco, Aaron, we're gonna have a watch party later.
Hell yeah. Let's do it.
I'm about it.
You know. So when you guys first started going to shows for the anime stuff, did you have anybody who kind of like held your hand, so to speak? Like, were there any of the old vets that kind of showed you walked you through it and how to do the thing?
For me, it was the director of My Hero Academia, Colleen Klinkenbeard. She was the one who showed me the ropes and kind of was the one who told me how the whole thing works because I had no idea. So she's always been a great source of information.
Yeah, Colleen's great. What about you, Aaron? They just throw you in as a 14-year-old kid and say, "Fly, little man, fly."
My mom had a work friend whose daughter was super into anime, and they talked about it before I went to my first con. And that girl actually met me at a con, and also she wrote me a letter explaining what the con was going to be like. It was like a page-long letter preparing me with terms like glomping. Explanation of
what is glomping?
Yeah, I don't know what glomping
Oh wait,
is.
can we talk about that?
We can. It's a whole-
Yeah, it's
you know what? Once upon a time, in the wild, wild west of anime conventions,
Oh man,
there were
dust
some-
off the tome, Mike.
so I mean, this is all. Aaron started young with FMA. Aaron, why don't you tell him about glomping?
Glomping is when you are very aggressively hugged by someone who finds you cute.
Oh.
Yeah.
But it's non-consensual.
Oh.
You know what?
People randomly. It's
We
anime.
are all about consent.
Right? Right. So we used to have to, convention runners, because I've been doing this since 2006, we would have to put in the rules, no glomping. We'd have to make signs, no glomping, because what glomping was anime kids would go find somebody they thought was cute and just go up and hug them, whether they were receptive or not. And, it was before the Me Too era, and there were some issues.
So I'm not a big pun guy, but I know a portmanteau is when you take two words and you smash them together. What is glomp? Is it grabbing and like
ask, what's the
stomping?
origin of that word?
Like is it like because I don't know about that. But glomp. I'm pretty sure I got glomped once, but then like I didn't I didn't know it was coming, and then my handler was like, oh my god, put him down. I'm like, it's fine. It's fine. It was like this big like firefighter guy. He's like, oh, I love Mirio, and I was like, I love him too. And then once I like freed my kidney from his grasp, I felt better. But yeah, I was usually receptive to things when it's communicated. Communication's key.
Yeah.
Yes.
Well,
definitely.
I mean, Aaron will remember the days of the free hug signs.
Mm-hmm.
There would be people walking around with signs that said free hugs.
Deluxe
I've
hugs,
seen that.
$10.
Yeah, and that's
$10
that
for
still
deluxe
happens.
hugs.
Yeah, but not to the extent.
I want to see someone who charges for hugs.
These are better hugs. They aren't-
Um,
Yeah,
I've
and stand
seen,
next to the free hugs person and be like, better hugs, $5.
I've seen the free hugs for girls.
Oh,
yeah.
oh my.
Yeah.
Somebody put in
in
the
chat.
comments that it's galloped hug.
Galloped hug.
Galloped hug.
But then also I
That's the
see
origin.
possible humping, which
Oh,
I'm just saying I don't know. I'm not familiar with glomping. It's been phased out, but just wanted to say that chat brought that up and not me.
I mean, you guys have missed a lot. You guys missed the Naruto years, the My Hero, the Hitalia Wars, the home
Missed them.
stuff.
I was there for the wars of the Hidden Leaf.
Were
Watching all that,
you-
all
were
that
you-
filler.
Were you at the show with all the Hitalia fans and the Nazi regalia?
Oh no!
Oh no.
And what was the other
Uh-oh.
one with the Nazi regalia, Casey?
Helsing?
Van Helsing.
there you
Yeah.
go.
Yeah.
I mean, Homestuck was huge, where they were doing like the gray paint and everything they touched had gray paint on it.
Homestuck kids would touch everything and everyone, and they get great paint all over you.
Yeah.
I
No,
remember the
it's a
Homestuck.
much
Long.
different world now.
I actually kind of want to look up Homestuck. It looked interesting. Anytime somebody started to explain it, it got real complicated real fast. But I kind of like that in stories. That's it. That's my statement.
That's your statement.
I like
What-
it.
What about you, Rico? Did you have anybody that showed you the ropes?
Gosh, I pulled everyone when I first got my first like convention invite, and I don't think since I'd been to many conventions I hadn't been to any. No one really knew who I was except for some diehard fans. There's a show that I'm protagonist in called Grimgar, a Fantasy and Ash, or Grimgar of Ashes and Illusions, where Justin Briner, who plays Deku in My Hero Academia, was like my healer. I was the DPS in the show, and it was one of the first shows I worked on. But that was like kind of, I guess, my bigger show at the time that I'd worked on. And I had a person come up and show up in cosplay, and I was so touched. And I relayed this to Kristen McGuire, who was helping me. She helped me get like a banner and all these things, kind of the essentials. And she was like, "Isn't it awesome when people come up cosplaying? It's like character you voice." And like, I was thoroughly touched because I come from, theatrical background. Like, you do a play, usually people don't show up in the, autograph line, like dressed as your character. I mean, sometimes, maybe like for Hamilton or something, people do that. But like, typically, Beetlejuice, people aren't just rolling up looking like a sandworm, whatever. You know what I mean? But like, yeah. I'd say Chris McGuire helped me. Cliff Chapin, who plays Bakugo, helped me. Afia, Micah, Salasad. I like asked everybody because they were artists and they were the ones to help me commission some art for some of my characters. So yeah, everyone. Sorry if I missed anyone in that list.
I have to say that, like, I think that you guys all kind of represent your characters. Like, you guys have that energy of your characters. Do you guys feel that way? I mean, do you feel like a connection to your characters that you play on My Hero right now?
I mean, yeah.
I mean, I have to say, like, I'm like listening to you talk, and it's just like, Aaron's sitting there, and he's like real calm, and Rico's over there like, "I'm playing video games, this is my time," and like, I mean, Lindsay's so sweet. I mean, I feel like you guys are your characters. Do you?
Well, we have the benefit, I think, and Lindsay, I don't know if y'all feel this one, like with Colleen and casting and everything. When we found out, we were all like, "Oh, that's kind of,
Yeah. I wasn't like, how am I gonna do this?
Yeah. Oh my God. I don't know how I'm gonna play an energetic character who just loves to joke and make people laugh. I know for Mirio, the one line that Jerry Jewell says, he plays Principal Nezu. He says like, whenever Mirio's around, you hear laughter in the halls or something like that. And like, Colleen would literally pop out of like a My Hero session and be like, "Stop laughing," because I'm laughing like right outside the door they're dubbing. I'm like, ha ha ha, just being a ham or making jokes.
I do have to say, I've been in the booth before recording for whatever show, and we'll have to stop because the director's like, "Oh, I hear Ricco outside. Hold on."
I take it as a compliment. Sorry for busting the take. I'm not even in the show and I'm busting the take.
Those powerful lungs.
I hear Ricco laughing. No, but yeah, back to what we were talking about. Yeah, I definitely the first time I stepped in the booth to record for Nejire, and Colleen played, the first clip of her in Japanese for me. I was like, "Oh yeah, I know her. We're really close. I know her."
And you have an adorable shirt. Your shirt is amazing. Everybody keeps complimenting it.
It's technically it's like a shirt dress, but I'm also wearing sweatpants, but
hell yeah.
Of course. It's a requirement of quarantine.
It's the COVID times, yeah.
Quarantine life. We're all doing our part for the war.
Saving all the denim.
So I just found Morganville Vampires on Amazon. It's on Amazon.
Oh yeah, you can watch it on Amazon Prime too.
It's free with Amazon Prime.
We can watch it tonight.
Yes, it's 56 minutes. It's 1 hour is the episode they have up, and it's got.
I'm wondering then they might have put all the episodes together into one thing. Right, I don't know because I've never watched it on Amazon Prime, but
it looks like they put into one like movie.
Got it.
It's
okay.
56 minutes, and Lindsay stars with Amber Benson and Robert Picardo.
Yes.
And I think we're going to have Robert Picardo on the show next week.
Oh, so really?
That's awesome.
Yeah. Tell him I say hi.
I will.
I'm going to watch Sonic tonight, but instead of watching Sonic, I think it's time to watch Lindsay's.
So I'm going to have something to talk to Robert Picardo other than Star Trek and China Beach.
There you go.
Nobody is old enough to remember China Beach. But I'm going to watch this. I love Amber.
All right.
Amber, I gotta get it together for Robert.
It's an adaptation of a series of books actually called The Morganville Vampires, and it's like a young adult vampire book series.
Look, we all have a lot of free time in the quarantine, and there's only so many times we can all watch Tiger King.
That's true. Yeah. That is true. Have
you watched it?
I have watched it. And
no way. I refuse to watch it. P.S. Kenny James, Bowser in the chat, y'all. What's up, Bowser? Good to see you, Kenny.
Is Kenny here?
He's in the chat.
Hey, Kenny.
Yeah, Kenny and I were hanging out over at Pensacon. We had yeah. Anyway, yeah, great guy.
Yeah, we love Kenny. So you refuse to
Tiger
watch
King.
Wait, why do you refuse to watch it?
No, dude, I like keep wandering in when they people were watching it in the house, and I could just see the looks in the eyes of everyone, like the glazed over look of like disgust, but also interest. And I'm like, man, it's not
You're
what
not into that?
Tiger King. Lindsay loves it.
Oh,
we talked about
this is the reality TV show.
Yeah,
we're watching.
we aren't talking
I
about
love
Tekken.
disturbing stuff.
where like the lady totally didn't murder her husband.
Yeah, it feels super acted. Like it feels like acting. All of it feels like just one big reality show. And I'm like,
they all want to be like stars.
you want to be a star, don't you?
So they like know the camera's there, so they're like playing it up for the cameras, but that's like part of it.
Roar.
But it's I mean, I don't know, Lindsay, you've seen it. It's you've got sex cults, meth,
Right.
turning out straight guys to be gay.
Yep.
Um,
And then they turn back straight.
And they turn back straight.
Yeah.
Back straight,
Chris,
back.
you
All right.
do a lot of crazy stuff from meth. I'm just saying.
They do.
Listen, meth is a hell of a drug.
Apparently. I mean, it has all the things you could possibly want out of a reality show.
Murder mystery.
I thought you were talking about meth. Come on.
Yeah, it's got like
How do you know?
true crime elements.
How do
It
you know?
has wild animals. It has, I mean, mullets.
It might be the first.
Mullets.
It might be the first documentary I've watched where the Latino drug dealer from Miami, who may or may not have helped influence Scarface, the movie, is the most likable character out of everyone.
Oh wow!
Because he's
Okay.
got to reserve a zoo in Miami with a bunch of like big cats, and it's these 4 big cat zoo preserves. And he's probably the sanest one of them all. And he admits to chopping up, being in the room when his partner chopped up a Fed.
Like Tony Montana.
Yeah,
Whoa.
exactly. Like they base that scene.
Rico.
Yes, I'm not
Rico,
watching.
you have
Lindsay.
to watch it at
No,
least.
I'm not
No,
doing
listen
it.
to me. Listen to me. You have to watch it at least for all of the haircuts.
Oh my God, the
Here.
haircut
The
from
Lindsay,
hairstyles.
If
in
you touch
this
my
show.
hand, I might watch it.
Hold on, let me get my hand to your size.
Come on, come touch my hand, and then I'll watch Tiger King. I swear, if you touch
Do
my
it.
hand, I'll watch. I'm not gonna watch Tiger King. Hell no.
Rico.
Sorry.
Rico.
I can't, dude. I can't.
Aaron, what about you?
Reality TV isn't really my thing. I'd
Aaron,
rather
this
like
is different. This isn't like Real Housewives.
I'll look up a couple clips on YouTube for you, but I think that's the extent I can go to. I can't
What?
commit to it.
Hang on. Why not try the first 15 minutes of the first episode?
Yeah.
It's like meth. It's like meth. I hear.
And
You
then,
try it once.
and then if you don't like it, you walk away.
It feels like you're telling me, like, imagine if
No
I
one
had
walks
never
away
had
from Tiger
fast
King.
food in my life,
Right.
and you were like, you just have to try one Whopper, man. It's delicious.
One chicken
and
nugget.
so convenient. Would you feel good about corrupting me? If I did like the Whopper, you're like, just try 3 bites, and if you don't like
This
it, then stop.
this
Would
is
you feel
not
good if you convinced
corruption.
me to eat the Whopper? No,
Except-
this is unhealthy media. It's not good for
No,
you.
it is healthy.
no,
because
it's good for you. It
reality
makes you feel
TV.
really good about yourself. It makes you feel really accomplished. It makes you feel really moral because everyone in the show, everybody, they're all like, their ethics are
single last
not
person.
there.
And it brings to light. It's like, remember the dolphin documentary? What was the thing about the dolphins where you find out like all the abuse about the dolphins?
Oh,
Oh, it reveals, like-
SeaWorld?
Oh, yeah, yeah,
Blackwater.
yeah.
Was it Blackwater?
Oh, maybe,
I
yeah.
didn't
That
Yeah.
sounds right.
This is that for big cats.
Blackfish.
Blackfish.
Yes.
Thank you,
Blackfish.
Steve Wood.
Isn't
Thanks, Steve.
Blackwater?
No,
Thanks, producer.
Blackfish.
And Aaron,
Yes.
you're totally into like animal rights, right? Who isn't?
If this doesn't make you,
Well,
Yeah,
people
don't
in
let her
this
get
show
you.
are not.
Don't let her-
but you can also look at it as like raising awareness for animal rights.
this is a big.
I mean, you can.
I feel like the people depicted in this documentary probably were paid for their time. which means that by supporting the documentary, I'm supporting them and what they do.
I don't know. Some
They're
of them
all
are
in jail, Aaron.
That's what they want you to think. They're all smoking their meth, the mountains of money,
No,
killing any Fed they want.
the Tiger King got coronavirus in jail.
I didn't know that. Oh my God.
He's in isolation right now in a federal penitentiary with coronavirus. And like his new husband did an interview last week where he was like, "Oh yeah, they put him in isolation. We think he might have corona." And then this week it came out he's got corona.
Out of context, this is really hard to like. Context clues is hard to mine right now. My guys are like, and his husband, but I'm like, what?
There are several husbands.
Oh, he's had like 6 husbands. He keeps getting married. Some die.
Oh shit!
He married 2 of them at once.
Right.
What?
But there
Not
were more.
an illegal marriage.
We're not gonna watch
it. Was symbolic.
But there were ceremonies, and there were more husbands before those husbands.
Correct.
If you go back.
Are you intrigued?
At some point, it's like, why don't you just call them boyfriends? Like, why?
Because
why
they're
pretend
committed.
it's gonna last
He
forever?
didn't want to live in sin.
That's right.
He
If I
wanted to
marry
live.
him, it's no problem.
Exactly.
We also left out there are politics in the show because the dude runs for governor of Oklahoma
And gets 19% of the vote.
Scary
Whoa!
percentage of the vote.
Okay, that's an accomplishment.
Was he rich?
No.
No.
broke.
He's the
How
Tiger
did he
King.
do it?
He
King of tigers.
embezzled money.
It really, honestly, look.
To run.
Okay, you can look at it from like an intellectual standpoint. That this show really gives you like a nice overview of like what's wrong with our country right now.
Oh my God. And by watching this, you can see how certain people get elected to certain places and
I just
how
want to quarantine myself from this from the show.
once you understand that 19% of all the voters in Oklahoma voted for Joe Exotic, you can
pretty
understand
amazing.
how certain other people could become, I don't know, president.
Yeah, it's true. I think my favorite was, I think this is okay to say because it was an official election, but do you guys remember when D's Nuts ran for president?
No.
Yeah.
Actually, this is a real thing. If you look up, or I'm not president, I'm sorry. It was like governor or something.
Governor
Not
of
governor.
some
It's
state
like
or senator
yeah,
or
something small, but got like 25% of the vote. And it was like a kid. It was a 16-year-old kid who just filled it out like, ha, 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 and got hella votes because people thought it was funny.
Mhm.
Don't vote for the troll, y'all.
That is
Everyone would
scary.
fill out their voter card
And,
be like,
and that's
"Look
what's
I
wrong
did."
with this country. And you need to watch Tiger King so that you can.
No.
Yeah, it's
Putting all my chips
it's an
in
overview of the human condition, you could say.
Uh-huh. Yeah.
Look, and then you can come back on and you can talk to us about it.
Yeah.
And in fact, we should come on after each episode.
No.
It's also, I want to say, I disagree that it's reality TV. It's more like a documentary.
Okay.
It is a
Documentary better
documentary,
than
yeah.
It's a docu-series. It's not really reality TV.
There actually was a reality TV thing happening while the documentary was happening. So there was a guy filming a reality TV show where I think they got some footage from him that they used. But this is a documentary. And the guy, the Joe Exotic guy, basically blew up all the reality show guys' footage.
Allegedly.
Allegedly.
Shout out to Paul. This is straight peer pressure. Don't give in to this.
Shout out.
Thank you, Paul. We see you.
Paul, we're going to have words, Paul.
You're fired.
Casey.
He's fired.
Paul is our is the guy who basically decides who gets into the green room or not at the show. So you don't want to mess with
Glad
Paul.
I said kind words to him.
Are you gonna invite me into the electronic green room, which is my own kitchen? I can go
Right.
there.
Oh God, I pine for the days when we have a green room again. Although we won't let John Cusack anywhere near the lunch meats.
Oh,
Oh,
that's the story there. But
Please
anyway.
elaborate.
Trying to make statues.
You missed. We talked about it last week on the thing. Cusack might like to take the sandwiches, the Panera sandwiches, pull the meat out, put it on his plate, put the bread and sandwich in the lettuce and things back in the to commingle with the other food.
Commingle.
Yes.
He puts it back.
Yes. Yeah, he just takes the meats out and then he
Have you
puts
ever talked to him about it? Like,
Not touching the food, bro.
what does he say if you call him out on that?
we're not bringing him back. There's not a lot of people we don't bring back. We're not bringing him back.
I mean,
There was so much concern there from you, Aaron.
you can't do that.
No, you can't do
No.
that. That is very. I've always been a germaphobe, so that's.
I mean, imagine doing that. Like, you've just taken the meat out of the bread, and now you're putting it back, and then you make eye contact with the person next to you,
Right?
and you keep on doing it. So you set it down, and you get out the next sandwich.
Wait, the story. What does he do with the meat? Does he make stuff? Like, what does he do? He just eat the meat?
Does he just
eats
eat it by itself?
Yeah, he just eats the meat by itself with no bread.
Okay, selfish,
Yeah.
Mr. Cusack.
I know.
But at least just take the whole sandwich.
Yeah, take the whole thing.
Right, and then-
throw out
yeah.
the bread. Nobody wants to eat your bread.
No.
Yeah.
I mean, maybe
Fingers on
someone
it.
out there wants to eat that bread. But
This
I
is
mean,
how- Yeah, that's true. Bring it to your autograph line. Eric wants some bread that I manhandled.
Oh, God, he's got the
Yeah.
So,
Wow.
so I don't know. So doing these shows, is there anyone you guys have met that you were like, oh, this is really cool? Like, I'm like hyped to meet this person.
I met Christopher Lee years ago.
The actor Christopher Lee?
Yeah,
Really?
Mhm.
That's amazing.
it was amazing, and he was a really nice guy. I had heard that he had arthritis, and so like I wanted to shake his hand, but I also didn't want to put him in a position where he has to like entrust his like health to another person. So I just waved. But he like had helpers with him, and they're like, "This is Aaron Dismuke. He's an actor in a show called Full Metal Alchemist," and he was like, "Full Metal Alchemist." Sort of looked at me. He didn't like say hi, nice to meet you, but he repeated the name of the show, and then I was like, "Hi, it's really cool to meet you."
he was tall. He was tall. The way you looked up made it
Oh,
look like
he was very tall.
Oh,
Yeah.
He went, "Nice to meet you."
he's a
And you went,
giant. And I'm pretty tall. Like I don't know, 20% of the people I meet standing are like, "You're tall." It like comes out. They can't help but say it. So I avoided saying that to him.
So you,
I know what
in
it's like.
courtesy.
Yes.
Where what show was it at?
I think it was in England as well.
Okay.
I forget
that
what
makes
it was
sense.
exactly.
Because I've never seen him at a show.
Yeah.
So-
Well, it was also years ago. I think he may have passed since then.
Yeah. But
Um,
yeah,
yeah.
yes.
Rest in power, Mr. Lee.
mhm.
Yes. 2015.
Mhm.
But that was super cool.
What about you, Ricco?
Sean Astin was backstage, and Waycamp and I were chilling out. Chris Waycamp plays Aizawa in My Hero Academia, and I play Mirio, and we were just chilling. We just met. We were already nerding out because both of us love the original Batman, the animated series. And oh my God, why am I blanking? right now?
Kevin Conroy.
Thank you. Mr. Conroy was there, and he was just hanging out. And Waycamp and I were like, "Oh man, so cool!" And so we went. He said hi, and he was very kind. And but Sean Astin was chilling out, and you could tell that he had kind of had a long day because we were back in the green room, just kind of chilling. And I was picking the meat out of sandwiches, doing like I do. And Sean Astin was just hanging out, and I'm like, because I think this was is this in Oklahoma? I believe it was in Oklahoma, and we just saw where they just finished Stranger Things. No spoilers, but stuff happens with Sean's character.
Yeah.
And I wanted to talk to him about that, and he was just super like actor. What I mean when I say that is he loved talking shop about acting and performance and storytelling. And the second we started going down that road, it was like we talked for like 30 minutes, but it was it felt like just maybe 30 seconds. But we like went down the rabbit hole, and it was super fun and super. I don't know. Probably it's strange because I've seen him so much, and I bet the last thing he wants to talk about is Lord of the Rings. I'm like, oh, it's beautiful moments, but because it's got to be like the 9 billionth time he's heard it. But so I thought I wanted to bring up something more recent in his work, which was Stranger Things. And then he talked about like, oh yeah, I proposed this idea to the director or the writer, and maybe this, maybe that. I'm like, oh, that's cool. You can do that. And so, yeah. Anyway, it was a really sweet moment. It was really nice to know. And I know Sean's been acting like a long time, but still always nice to confirm that they're, about the work.
Sean's a really good guy. And Kevin Conroy is a gentleman. I mean,
Dude.
Kevin did first show Kevin did with me was in 2007.
Oh, cool.
And I think I told Casey to contact his people today about something. And Kevin is just wonderful. He's just a wonderful guy. And when you see him at a show, I think he's coming to Raleigh.
Yeah. Oh, come on.
You should talk to him. He's great. He's just a really great guy.
The lore, he was talking about Batman the animated series and how all the music, he's like, dude, it's such a special show because of the casting, the music, everything about it. I was like, I knew it. Because when I was a kid watching this show, I knew that this was good stuff, dude. And like I have a DVD somewhere of the animated. I don't buy a lot of DVDs. I don't buy a lot of DVDs, guys. Okay. I'm a streaming kind of dude, but like I own the physical copy of like Wall-E and like Batman the animated series.
It's awesome.
Wall-E.
What about you, Lindsay?
I think
The first time you met Aaron, that was that.
for sure.
It blew my mind.
I'd never
so
seen
tall.
any of his work, but I totally fangirled.
Ah!
regardless.
You're like, I'm such a big FMA fan. I don't even know
He's
what
just such
FMA stands for.
It's just so tall. It's all.
Right. No, I think, Aaron was actually at the show that I'm going to talk about, which was Montreal Comic-Con last year. And Elijah Wood was a guest there. So that was pretty cool. I didn't actually talk to him, but we waited for the bathroom together and we made eye contact during that experience.
Amazing. You just wanted to talk about Wilfred, right?
What's that?
You ever see Wilfred?
No, I actually have never seen Wilfred.
As much, I highly suggest we have a lot of free time.
We do. You recommend it? Okay.
Okay.
Wilfred. That's a great show.
Oh, he voice acts in Over the Garden Wall.
Yes.
Which is a fantastic little cartoon. It's like, it also has Tim Burton in it. It's got lots of, it's like a horror comedy, a horror themed comedy.
Okay.
Yeah.
I haven't seen it.
It's really cute. I recommend it. And every episode's like, I think 10 minutes long. So easy
So-
to get into.
Aaron, I got a funny story for you as it pertains to our show. Even though you've never been a guest, your spirit has been felt.
Oh,
Were you there when this was happening with Woodard, Casey? Was it last year? Or was it the year before with the banner? Might have been before your time.
Maybe.
A guest canceled just before the show, and Woodard pitched you as a replacement, like a last-minute replacement. And I said, okay, great, get him. And so he thought that you could do it, and we made a banner. And when we make banners, because we have to print them early.
yeah.
And it was like, it's 90% it's going to happen. It's 90% it's going to happen. They cost like $40. It's not a big deal. But they're these foam core banners that are really, tough, and they're really great. And so you couldn't do it. You had something going on. I don't know what it was, but you were busy. And then Woodard's like, after we had already sent them the print, you couldn't do it. And it was no big deal. We didn't put you on the schedule. We didn't make a program guide. You weren't in it was nothing else. You never were on the website. It was just, we just sent
Big
this
face.
and so we show up at the show, and I've got this banner of you. And I would just chase Woodard around the show, beating him up with this banner. And
That's awesome.
Chris is very sensitive. So Chris was the whole time thought that I hated him and that I was mad at him.
Oh no.
And I go, Chris, I got this banner. Where's my goddamn guest?
Look what you did.
So
That's good.
Next time you talk to Chris, ask him
About the banner.
Ask about the banner.
Where's my banner?
Okay.
Ask about that
Where's
banner.
my banner, Chris?
Where is it? Tell
I
me
wish
where
to
the
hang
banner
it in
is.
my wall. On my wall.
So
Chris is like calling.
Chris, there he is.
Hey, Chris.
I only make fun of the people I love. Casey can attest to that.
Lots
Where's
of
the
love
banner,
for Chris
Chris?
here. Lots of love.
Yeah, Chris, we want this banner.
Where's the banner? That's $40. It's COVID. I can't just be cranking out banners, Chris.
Is that the banner we're gonna use when we do come?
Oh no, I destroyed that banner.
I just she got video of
Destroyed
it.
on Chris.
He
This-
lit it
this-
on fire because he was
Aaron's immolating face.
Oh god!
And besides-
I wish I could have seen it. Yeah.
The branding, I think, is different now,
so angry.
and,
It is, yeah.
and so we would have to have made a new banner anyway.
I like
these
that you
banners-
said destroyed instead of threw away. No.
Oh no, no, no,
Nice.
no. You don't throw it away. You just you make a scene out of it.
You
gonna be
lit it on
performance.
fire and
Right.
screamed your name.
That's what happened.
That's what turns it into art. That
So, what are you guys doing to pass the time during this the quarantine?
I've been playing a bunch of video games.
Mm.
I started hitting my Twitch channel really hard. Finally catching up on all these music projects that require a bunch of lonely studying YouTube times to get better at engineering, and all the things that you just kind of put on the shelf. I've just been one by one knocking them out. It's been really good. Got a really cool community online hanging out. That's pretty much what I've been up to. Got the home studio set up, so now we got Source Connect. So
What are you
hopefully
playing? What kind of video games?
just beat Resident Evil 3 remake last night. Ori and the Blind Forest the night before that. Fallout 4. Doing God of War tonight. We were just plowing through games,
Oh
guys.
my God.
Just like annihilating games. Aaron and I played Dying Light, which is a zombie slaying game, which is
free running.
with parkour, which I
Yeah.
studied parkour, so I was very excited about that. Aaron, we had a friend, like a fan/friend, join the game and just give us a ton of OP weapons. So we're just like, I started using them mercilessly. This is actually a testament to our character. If it's kind of like my hero, I got this sword that I could just decapitate everything. I'm like, this is awesome. And Aaron's like, no, that's not fair. Let's use the pipe that takes like 55 strikes to do it. And so Aaron's in the corner, like wailing on one zombie while I'm like, come on, Aaron, let's go. And I'm just like cutting swaths through the. Aaron's like, it's not. I want to replay the game and do it the right way. And I'm like, power.
And Crystal just threw your Twitch up into the comments. So anybody that wants to follow his Twitch.
Nice.
Thanks.
What about Animal Crossing?
Yes, I play that too. I was playing this morning.
Okay,
Stream that.
Nice.
Yeah. Got
Aaron, you
hella
playing
fruit.
Animal Crossing?
No, I did. I saw somebody talk about Stardew Valley, and I hear they're similar. And I played a lot of Stardew Valley. I have caught all the fish. Okay,
Lindsay?
I've caught most of the fish.
I have been spending most of my time. Well, actually, I'll show you. Hey, guys, come here.
Is there a Doge? Show me that fluff. Reveal the fluff to us.
Is it a dog though?
It's got to be a Doge. Yeah.
Puppy.
He does not want to be picked up.
I feel like he's like, avoid it. Don't put me on camera.
Say hi. This is
Aw.
Ajax.
Ajax.
So we've been going on lots of nice long walks, and I brush him every day because he sheds a lot. Okay, I'll put you down. Okay.
He's got
I've
bigger,
been
Lindsay.
cleaning a lot. I have been getting caught up on TV shows. My husband is trying to convince me to start playing some video games with him because he is a total gamer and I am not, just because I didn't grow up with it and I don't know.
Do it.
One of us.
He's been playing a lot of Animal Crossing, and so he keeps every day being like, let's make a character for you. And I'm like, okay, yeah, we will. But we still haven't done it yet. But
Maybe we can make a trade. Rico, maybe if you watch some Tiger King,
Oh,
maybe Lindsay plays
that's a
some
dirty deal.
How
That's the
could
devil's
you?
all
dice.
right.
play some video games with you on the stream.
She was already gonna.
Yeah, she was gonna do it anyway.
You don't have
Yeah,
to.
I'm not gonna do it. I declined her
I was
offer.
I'm not necessarily. I mean, my husband's been trying to get me to start for like weeks now.
Yeah, she hasn't started yet, Rico. You could be the one to get her over the top.
Okay, you do it first.
And I don't feel that motivated. So
Do you want to play some Jackbox? I did some Jackbox with Tia Ballard, Ben Phillips. We did like
it's a good social
screen
game.
share. Yeah. Also, we've been playing. Yeah. Do you want to try, Lindsay? We should try.
Yeah.
Sweet. Not like now, but later.
Sure.
No, totally. Right now.
All right. I'll go get it. Right.
We're gonna head out.
So, Casey, what do you want to know? What burning questions do you have?
I mean, nothing.
Burning. They got to be burning though, like Aaron's face on the poster.
We were talking before the show.
Your face poster.
Lindsay, what you don't know is that Ricco's character is Casey's favorite on the show.
Yeah.
But her favorite anime is Aaron's,
He's
FMA.
giving away my secrets right now.
Blowing up your spot. So I didn't want either one of the boys to feel like they had one over on the other.
Keep your secrets.
But I mean, we learned today that Aaron started doing things at 14 years old, which is crazy to me. Like, just nuts. It's like,
Well, actually, my first voice acting role was when I was 9 years old, and that was Fruits Basket. And then in the new season of the new Fruits Basket, I'm now a different character. And I guess his first episode just debuted, so I'm excited about that. It's really full
Your
circle.
voice sounds a little bit different now, huh?
Yeah, a little bit. People would, oh man, there was an awkward span. No, it wasn't even a span. I mean, I don't know, about 10 years from age 15 to yesterday, when people will come up to me at conventions and they'll be like, "Can you still do the voice?" And I'm like, "Have you heard of Full Metal Alchemist Brotherhood?" That's not me. Yeah. So my voice has indeed changed. My mom joked about putting me on birth control so that we could keep it young.
Is that how that works?
Who knows? I don't know, because luckily we
Your
decided
mom
against
was
it.
like, "Listen, we got to keep that golden voice. Time to do some hormone therapy." Like, Mom, what the?
You need some estrogen treatments? What's...
Yeah, that's the budget method apparently.
Yeah, that's why they get girls to do the voices of little boys.
yeah.
That's right.
I think Brittany did a voice on that show, right? Grabowski?
Surely.
Was she?
I don't
Probably.
know who it was.
Was there Pride?
Oh,
Casey?
yeah. She's one of the
What?
sins, right?
Was there
Surely.
a character named Pride?
Mm-hmm.
So that was, I think, Brittany's character.
Okay.
I don't actually watch anime. I just know the actors and I know all the roles. So I've known Brittany since she did a show. She started doing shows with me in 2007, and a good friend. Never watched any of her stuff, but I know she was in the show just from writing her bio over and over and over and over for years.
I appreciate you for writing the bios for us. Cons, well, I guess before I had an agent, Cons would be like, "Okay, can you send a bio?" And I'd be like,
I have to write.
then I copy paste Wikipedia, and I have to unhyperlink things. What a pain!
You got to keep it short and simple. Aaron Dismuke is the voice of blah 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 blah. That's it.
Yeah,
because they don't. People that are going, if people are fans of you, they know who you are, right? Like they know what's going on. So you just have to make the connection. Like, this is what he's known for. This is why you're coming to the show. And if you want to learn more, you can go look up his Wikipedia. You don't need to find out, where he had his 14th birthday party on our convention, guest page. But I do now have to change Lindsay's bio to include the vampire show.
Yes.
Oh.
Yeah.
Why not?
Now I'm gonna have to book
good
Fajardo to the show with you, so we can just have a panel on that show.
Oh, dude, and can it be just us asking questions about
Yes.
it?
Yeah, I gotta be honest. I don't think the web series didn't turn out to be very popular.
I can change that. Casey will tell you. Once I go down a rabbit hole, there's no stopping me.
Yeah.
I'll put it this way: the books are still much, much, much more popular than the web series, and it makes sense.
I understand. I
could
That
hear
was
the
fun.
thought. Yeah, that was
Yeah.
beautiful. I was
How it's a tactful way to put
Crystal, I'm not watching anime.
yeah, buffering or searching for words.
No, we just popped up. Crystal on the thing said that there.
Ricco will watch Tiger King. Lindsay will play video games if Mike watches anime. That's like a 3. What is it? Mexican standoff. We're all sitting there with our different.
Yeah.
Like, I don't want to watch it.
I think we have to pick an anime that's really.
But then,
like,
what game will Lindsay? If I'm doing Tiger King, what's Lindsay gonna play? And what anime is Mike gonna watch?
We need something like
Oh,
deeply
what-
inaccessible for Mike, so that like his idea of anime is forever just like super warped, like Fully Cooley. You
Like
have to watch
Elfen
Fully
Lied.
Cooley.
Okay.
No,
Yeah,
I,
oh god,
watched
Wait, which one? Which one?
Elfen Lied.
No, I've
Oh,
watched,
I haven't seen that.
it's brutal.
I've watched anime in the past, so I have seen some anime. I'm just not an anime fan. Like, I don't watch new stuff as it comes out.
So somebody
okay.
said in the comments that he has to watch all of One Piece.
It's not gonna happen.
Ooh,
Oh,
This pandemic,
not
is-
enough time.
right? This pandemic,
in a few years.
even if we're stuck in our homes for 18 months, I don't have enough time.
Yeah, it's a lot of filler,
Yeah,
guys.
a
It's
lot
a
of
lot.
time.
Like we were talking about Naruto earlier.
There will be a quiz. You have to prove that you watched it afterwards.
Ooh.
And you
can't
know,
just have it in the background while you're doing your laundry.
right? Or chopping up veggies.
You got to be invested.
Space
Mhm.
Dandy is a great anime. He can't
Yeah,
watch
that's
that
Ian.
one.
Ian's show.
Yeah.
Space Dandy
Yeah.
is great.
I love
I've
Ian.
done
Ian's
that.
great. I've
Let's
never
think on
watched
that.
Space Dandy, but I
Nice.
know it's Ian's show.
He's a dandy
It's fun.
in space.
It's funny.
So I can tell you who the stars of all them are.
That's good. At least you got that knowledge.
Yeah,
Lots
that's
of
a
work.
start.
I can do that. So, all right. So, how do people find you guys online? What do you got that we need to promote? Ricco, we showed your Twitch.
Yeah, everything's just my name.
Yeah.
I've been producing more content online. Aaron and I have been doing some writing projects. Hopefully, some of these will come to fruition during the pandemic. But for me, it's just for Twitter at Ricco Fajardo, Instagram Ricco Fajardo, YouTube Ricco Fajardo official. But like, yeah, pretty easy to find. It's just my name.
Aaron?
Yeah, same, except I'm pretty much only responsive on Twitter. And I'm not. I'd like to be more responsive on Twitter. I'll work on it.
He won't though. He'd like to.
I would like to work on it. I would like to be better. I'm sure.
Lindsay?
On Instagram, it's just my name, Lindsay Seidel. Just remember, Lindsay is spelled with an A, not an E. And then on Twitter, my handle is Severely Lindsay. And those are the only two
Okay. Are
places that I
any of you
use
guys
social
on
media.
Cameo or anything like that?
I'm on Cameo. People have been telling me I should get on TikTok. I'm
Yeah.
scared of TikTok.
I'm
No,
scared
yeah.
of TikTok too.
That's intimidating. There's so much
TikTok's
you
the
can
worst.
do.
You should absolutely be on it.
I love making videos though already, and I see it. I'm like, ooh, and then
You
I
would love it, Rico.
I do
Yeah,
musical
you'd be
theater.
great.
There's so many like dancers that are on TikTok now because of the pandemic, like doing amazing dance work. And apparently, it's like pissing off all the old TikTok community because like, who are all these talented people just coming from? It's like, we're bored, and this is the only app we got.
Ricco, the world needs you on TikTok.
I agree.
Tiger King and TikTok, everything with T. I'm out of here.
So Ricco,
Wow.
you're on Cameo?
I am. Yes.
Okay. Aaron?
No, I'm not.
No, because they keep wanting you to do the voice you did when you were 9.
I don't know. I just haven't.
Can you
I just
try,
haven't
Aaron? What does
gotten
it sound
around
like? If you had to
Ooh.
try,
to it. Ooh.
Oh,
is it head voice? Is it like right there? Is it like light and airy? Is it like?
I mean, I
That's
can,
all what young boys sound like.
I
Come
can
on,
be a
bro.
young person. I can sound like I'm young, just not like I'm that young.
You're resonating like a barrel-chested man. Bam! All right, thank you. I just wanted to try.
All right, guys. I think we're gonna wrap this up.
Cool.
Thank you for joining us.
So much fun.
Yeah.
We hope
So fun.
upon hope that we will see you July 30th.
Yes.
Fingers crossed that the world, allows us to congregate. If you hang on a second, we can finish up backstage. And Steve, take us out.
Check out the GalaxyCon store online. You can find items like t-shirts, signed and certified Funko Pops, magnets, keychains, and pins, exclusive comic book variants, and so much more. Make sure to check out our collectibles page, which features autographs for every fandom, from Star Trek to My Hero Academia and everything in between. So what are you waiting for? Check out GalaxyCon.myshopify.com.